Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For all those that are new to the channel, this is the Monday painting video. Now the Monday painting video is a painting video that's voted on by you guys, my viewers, from last week's Weekly Wednesday, which is a Weekly Wednesday Q&A. In that video, on the Weekly Wednesdays, I show you a host of models and you guys vote on what's to be painted for Monday painting video. That's the gist of today's video. So for all my regulars here, guys, I feel love, thank you very much. I'll see you in a minute. Right, so what won the vote is the Dark Reapers. Absolutely fantastic models. Now, there's two options what you can do with these guys just before you even start painting them. What I've done here is I've just undercoated them black because they have black armor anyway. Same as a Space Marine Chaplain. But you could undercoat them black, then give them a Zenithal Prime with grey seer, and then come in with black contrast paint. Now, I don't see, for me, that's an unnecessary step that I don't need to do. Same with if I'm painting a Space Marine Chaplain. I don't see the point of doing that. But you can do. Either way works. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run you through my wet palette. So there's not very many colours on these guys. There might be some highlights, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So first of all, I have Vista Red, which is the airbrush paint. Now it looks orange, but it's not. It is actually red. I have this purple here. Is this purple? It's airbrush paint because I want it to be as thin. The airbrush paints are thinner, but on the wet palette now I'm going to thin it down even more. There's some Screaming Skull, some White Scars, and we have some Lead Belcher. Now I do have, actually in the background, Aeldari Emerald. I do have this Polar Glacier, and I do have some Talazar Blue. But therefore, I have a bit later on. So as you can see, what I've done with the base, it's gravelled, uncoat the whole thing black, and then just give it a sort of a dry brush with some Steel Legion drab. It's not exactly a dry brush, it's more of just taking the paint and just going across the top. So you're not painting every detail of the stone, you're painting bits and pieces here, so you have darker and lighter parts. I'll show you one of the Reapers. Yeah, so you have the darker and lighter parts of the stone, which is good. But anyway, I'm going to finish setting up and then come back with the first colour. Right, so I'm going to start with some Mephiston Red, and I'm going to paint the end of their guns Mephiston Red, so it really pops off really straight away. I think there's any other parts on them I want to do the Mephiston Red on. Nope. So I'm going to do the rest of them off camera, come back to you. Right, so now I'm going to come in with some of that purple, and I'm going to paint all the plumes of hair coming off the top of them. Now, I don't know what this purple's like, it looks amazing, but I don't know if it's going to be amazing or not. I can't remember if I've used it before. It's not a good sign if I can't remember it, because if I have used it, it means I didn't like it, so I don't remember it. But anyway, I'm going to do all the plumes. Only all the normal Reapers have the plumes. I'm going to do the rest of them and come back to you again. Right, so now what I'm going to do, I've got some Screaming Skull. I'm going to come in the little bit in the front of them here, so you get some Screaming Skull. Their faces, if it's all skulled, it's going to get, well, most of them are skulled like Bone Reaper type face. It's going to get a little Screaming Skull. So it looks like that. Don't panic, because Screaming Skull is a loud paint, so it will go on bright and dull itself down. Then what I need to do, there's obviously one on the back as well to do, but I'm going to look see if there's any more skulls or anything on their body. I think the Exarch is the only one that has a skull on his shoulder pads. I'll do that, do the Screaming Skull on the rest of them, and come back to you then. Oh, and this guy's going to get a Screaming Skull as well. The little marker. Right, so as you can see, I didn't realise that most of my little bone bits on their chest there. So did that as well. I also did the little stuff, like the little cuffs on the side of their wrist. Now I'm going to go through with some Leadbelcher. Now the initial plan with Leadbelcher is to go through and just hit all these little gems they have everywhere. There's a lot of them. There's some on the weapons as well. But with the weapon, the plan is just to dry brush it. What's going to happen with this then is it's going to really separate the gun from the model, but still keep it as part of the same piece. Just give a bit more definition. And I want to, whilst I'm doing this as well, because there's gems on the barrel of the gun, I'm giving it the silver that I need to give it. There's gems literally everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and painstakingly pick them out, and then come back to you when I've done that on all of them. Right, so for all intensive purposes, these guys are pretty much ready. It's not much more to get them battle ready. Yeah, so we're going to go on to the next stage now. So for everyone that's new, we're taking it past battle ready. I mean, you could do a few bits on this, on one of these guys here and there, to make them, just take them to the little bit before battle ready, or just they're battle ready but you're taking it to a little bit past, and that you're happy with that. I don't see there's no need to do anything else extra really, so I'm going to, well, I'm doing extra, but there's no need to do anything extra to take it to battle ready standard. It is basically battle ready standard. They're Dark Reapers. They have black armor. They have some hair coming off the top of their heads, and they have a luminous, well, not a luminous red, but bright red missile pods. Anyway, the first one we're going to start with now is a Polar Glacier. It's a contrast paint, so it's a going mad. We're going to take the little totem, and we're going to give it a good once over with that. Now this is one of those weird colours, so don't go on too great unless you're painting it onto white, I would say. Be careful with this as well, because it's a model standing upwards. It's contrast paint is going to try and run towards the bottom. So the other's dry now. Next colour I'm going to go with is Aeldari Emerald. I love this colour. Taking the Exarch, because I've got the hooded one. I'm going to paint his hood Aeldari Emerald. Sorry, I just wanted off camera. I know why I wanted off camera, because I set the camera up to film the building of the Rogal Dawn. It's such a huge kit, I adjusted the camera. And me being my, not realising what I've done, came out and started filming, and now I'm stuck in that position. So if I do wander off camera, I do apologise, guys. That's an amazing green. Absolutely amazing green. Now I've got Talazar Blue. Again, another contrast paint. And I'm going to, where am I? I'm going to come in and I'm going to just dot all of the gems that I dropped a bit of silver onto. There's some on the guns as well. This is great because it's going to break the gun up even more. Gems on the legs. There's a lot of gems on these guys. Doing the gems this way is very quick and easy, very simple. And with the black armour that they wear, if the Talazar Blue goes off of the gem onto the armour, you don't notice it. So let's be careful on the gun, that's the only problem. See how the blue's broken up on the gun, got more, and broken up his armour as well in his face. So I'm going to carry on do Talazar Blue on the rest of them, on all the gem spots. I'll come back to you then. So what I've done now is I've gone back to this guy, contrast paint still wet, some Talazar Blue, and I'm going to wet blend it. I'm going to wet blend it together. It's going to be a very unique look. I like that bit in the middle down there. It looks absolutely fantastic. Right, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get some white scars. And here's what I'm going to do with the white scars. Get a bit on the brush, and I come over and I'm going to just gently go over their faces. Just to really bring that up. Now white scars is a low paint, so it will go on bright and dull itself down. Really just bring those skulls up. Very, very simple. And then even with their little tabards, just run it over like that, sort of straight down through the middle. Yeah, let's do this one quickly. So come down and grab another guy. I'll show you exactly on the tabard. So what you do, camera, yep, let's run it down through the middle. Yeah, gives you a nice little look. Don't forget the bone armour on his chest as well. Just forgot the other guy, so I'm going to crack on and do the rest of that on the rest of the guys. Right, now I've added some Troll Slough Orange to the wet palette. I've watered it down, and what I want to do is come along like this. Just work from the end of the missile, come back towards them. And where I've watered it down, it's going to give me a different type of shade on the red. Look, Troll Slough Orange is a layer paint, so it will go on bright and dark itself down, so there's no panic. You might have to give it 2 coats. I'm trying to say I might give it 2 coats. What this is doing as well is breaking it right up. When you look at the back there, the white on the tabard and then the red and the orange. So I'm going to crack on and do the rest of the guys and come back to you then. Right, so these guys are essentially done. However, I'm going to do something a little bit risque. I'm going to come in with some White Scars White, and I'm going to start, I'm on camera yet, but I'm going to start to edge highlight the sharpest points, just to give me, just to break this. I'm going to do the X arc first, and if it looks great then I'll do the rest. If it doesn't, then it's just, he stands out a little bit more, like this sort of raised edge. Now White Scars is a layer paint, as I said earlier, so it will go on really bright, dark itself down. Don't think it looks that great, to be honest. Don't really like it that much. Yeah, I don't really like it that much. No, I'm not going to bother with it. I don't really like it that much. But anyway, these guys are finished. Now I could have, as I said, I could have come in with some contrast paint, done this and done that, and you know, black 10 plus contrast paint I think it is, and just done their armour, and I just don't feel that's a necessary step. Comes on blurry. I don't think that's a necessary step, to be honest with you. I think that's just creating more work for myself than I need to. And I think I actually really like these guys. I think nice and easy, very simple to paint. Excuse me, very simple to paint. You'll see them on the battlefield. You'll know where they are. You know what they're capable of. I just think they're nice and easy. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, if it's helped you in any way, guys, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything that I produce. And everyone, please just smash the thumbs up button, because it triggers YouTube then to share this video to more people, which increases the channel, makes the channel, you know, more people come to join the channel. So thank you for watching, guys. I'm going to bring you down and show you some pretty pictures. Until next time, take it easy.